Good morning. I'm coloring in Millie's book, Beautiful Birds and Treetop Treasures. Boy, don't try to say that 3 times fast. Anyway, I was just playing around on my own, not planning to do a video, and I thought, well, let's take a break from our other videos and take a look at this, because this is coming along really nicely and I wanted to share with you. There we go. I am using the Crayola Colors of the World. Now, if you're on the fence about these, you can get these at Walmart for like $5 or less. At least it was at ours. So I have light golden, medium golden, deep golden, and extra deep golden. Now, before you pause to write that down, I'll say it again. So my lightest shade is light golden. Then I went to medium golden. My third shade is deep golden. And my darkest is extra deep golden. So what I've done is gone through with the lightest shade, light golden, and I did the tips all the way around. Now I'm going to see. Yes, we can. Good. If I can get the book close enough to you. All right. Right at these edges where the overlap is, I tried to leave just a little bit of white. And you can see this is the middle one, the middle feather. So it overlaps here and it overlaps here. And then going over, this side's gonna overlap. Going the other way, this side will overlap. Same thing down here. You can see here where it's darker because this one's on top. These don't overlap as much as these. That's why I got through all those and I thought, wait a minute, I need to do a video because this is a good example of what's in front and what's behind. So as I'm coloring along, I'm going to go ahead and leave that really zoomed in for you. So I just finished with the first color. I'm going to go to my second color. Okay, this is medium golden. And what I do is I'm going to get up next to that where we left it a little bit white. Normally my pencil would be standing up, but I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way. All right, and then down this side. I won't go as far down on this side with, well, I can go down with this color. It's this side that I won't go down as far on. Because if I go down through here, then it's going to blend with what's next to it. And you're going to see that a little clearer as I do 2 or 3 of these. So then I'm leaving that bit of white again. Go to the next one. And I won't come up very far because then it'll blend into what was done before. Does that make sense? Come on around here. Blending. Then leave that white because it's going to tuck underneath. Okay, let me look and see how far. Yeah, I can get up closer to this and still have my hand out of the way. I am heavy-handed, so I am used to holding that pencil way down, but I know sometimes I have to hold it further back, so I'm not as heavy-handed. Now here I'm going to come up and around, and I'm going to get that white area. Get that darker so that it looks like it's tucked underneath. Now, if I start right here and come around, that's going to blend into that. So I'm going to go back to color number 1 and pull that down a little. Let's just pull that on down some. So I think you get the idea on what I'm doing here. So that the colors, oopsie, so that the colors are not blending together, I'm coming down these edges so that the lighter is here and then the darker is right here. So I'll have to remember I can only do 2 or 3 of these and then I need to move. So third color, deep golden. It's the darker, so it goes right next to that. And then it'll come down. If you end up with 2 shades together and you can't tell which one is on top, that's when you'll come in with your darkest color and just go up next to it, so that now that one is tucked behind this one. Okay, that was color number 4. Going back to 3, because this is tucked underneath. This is on top. So see, I used the same color right here, so it kind of looks like it's all flat, right? Did that on purpose so you can see what I'm talking about with the tucking under. I'm just taking a look up there to make sure I'm not off your screen. I really have to start doing that more often. Now remember, you can always go back to the color before, color number 2, and I'm using it to blend this, because that way I'm adding more color to the page instead of just moving it around with a blender, which is always my preference. And I can work on this more later. Okay, then I'm going to go to the last color, the 4th color, that deep, extra deep golden. I'm going to see, this one's underneath, this is underneath, and see, by doing dark along here, it also pops these up. Okay, this is on top. Let's go underneath. Here we go, underneath. Yeah, so see, there's times I even have to stop and step back and look to see what's where. This is on top, so this would be the underneath. Alright, if you don't have these pencils, have no desire to get them, that's fine too. I'm going to shade number 3. You can just use whatever pencils you've got and just use, 2 or 3 shades. And then make sure you're doing, the underneath parts darker. Now see, if I keep coming too far, actually, this is that one. This needs to be mentioned. This is the one that is on top. right there. So it's going to be darker on the side, on both sides. So let's come over here while we've got color number 3 in our hand, except I should have put 2 there. So let's jump back to 2. And that's all right. Color number 2. You could actually take this page and do each one of these lines a different color. There are so many different ways you could do this page. There we go. That's going to make that one pop to the top. I'm going to go a little bit darker here. A little bit more pressure with the pencil. All right, then color number 2 on this one. Remember, this one's the one that is totally on top on both sides. It is that middle one. So on it, you need to go darker on the underside on both sides. So that's color 2. Going to color number 3. And this is the only feather that's going to be this way, all the way across. Across? There's no T in across. Texas. So, just blending that. Then, to make these look like they're underneath, this is color number 3. So I can do here, blending into 2. Then on this side, I already did part of that. And then I'm going to switch over. Let's just go ahead and do this a little bit more up here. I really want this to pop up. So the darker these sides are, the more that's going to pop. Then go to our darkest shade. And then again, I can come up a little, and that's going to make a difference between these two. Okay, same thing on this side, because we want this tucked under that. As long as you're blending these out, I think you're going to be okay with them. Okay, so now this one actually looks like it's on top. There, can you see a little bit better how things are going around? These are all tucked under this way. These are all going to be tucked under this way. So we'll do a couple more before I stop. So this is color number 2. It's tucked under. Here it's on top. Then to 3, it's tucked under. Is that 3 or is that 4? I grabbed 4. Let's go to 3. I could erase that, but I'm not going to worry about it. Then we'll go to 4, and I'm going to show you one other way that you can help to color things that are in front and behind. If it helps you any, you can take your colors, like this is, let's go ahead and go around some more here. Move stuff on my table. There we go. So this is tucked under. So this is color number 2. So I know it's going to go like right here, right? So I can look at all these and say, okay, number 2. Color number 2 goes under. That way, once I get going again, I don't have to remember which one's under and which one's on top. I'll still have to come back and blend these and finish coloring them out, but at least I've got the unders done, all finished, so that I don't get the wrong side. Okay, so you could do that all the way around, and then say, okay, the next color, number 3. That is under. This is under. This is under. See what I'm getting at? It just allows you to go ahead and get those unders done without having to think too much. One more down here and then we'll go back. We'll go back to the darkest now and start doing that under. Just don't come too far out with that because it's easier to blend, at least for me, it's easier to blend light to dark than dark to light. So make sure that this coming out is staying soft. Not as much pressure on your pencil. And I'm not going to go all the way down on that one because I'm going down here with this one and I don't want it to be the same. You get the idea. Okay, and on around. Then when you come back to this, then you're looking and going, okay, color number 1 needs to come down through here. Needs to come down past that number 2. Not real hard. Well, hubby and I were exposed to COVID, had our tests done. We both came back clear, so that was good. Test was not that bad. We had the rapid and the regular. So they all came back negative, happy to say. I do believe we're going to go back to masking when we're in public that's crowded. It's just not pretty. They said in our area in Texas, they've gone back to what color am I on? Deep golden. I don't think that should have been deep yet. So grab the eraser. Yeah, our area in Texas is in the red instead of yellow. So not good. Not good at all. Okay, there. So let's go to second color. See, when I get started talking, I lose what I'm doing. But anyway, there we go. Because we want the right side, well, to you it's the left side, coloring upside down again. So to me it's the right side. This side we want lighter. I really think you've got the idea on this. Third color. See, that way the third color over here is up here, and over here it's down here. And see, I'm able to blend into that darker color because I didn't get too heavy with it. I'll blend that a little bit more. Oh, I hope y'all are all doing good. You know, I had heard at the beginning that it could take a while for this COVID to all get squared around, and I believe it. I do believe it. I think having the two-part Pfizer is what saved us from getting it. So, anywho, and then I'm going to come back and blend a little bit. I just don't like how that went. And it may look a little different to you, but I'm here in person. And I'll go back and blend some of these. And I'm probably off the page. Nope, not yet. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with that darker and come all the way down in here because it's so far down in. And I'll do that down here too. But then I'm going to feather that out, so to speak, so that it'll go into that other color better. There we go. Okay, so just keep going all the way around, and you get the idea. So yeah, these are Colors of the World pencils by Crayola. Let's see. And it is all of those colors, plus the ones I've been using. Okay, so it's a nice little pack. It is still Crayola. You know, it's not Prisma or any of those others, but it's still working out nicely. So anyway, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again in a few days.